Hi there, Adam Atwell here, IT with an MVP from Kite Technology Group, also a Microsoft MVP, and today we're here to talk about Copilot in Microsoft Outlook. We talked some time ago, a little teaser video that we'd be covering the Copilot features that are across the standard Office apps, and we waited to release them because we got wind of wave 2 of those updates coming through, and so we're going to be covering some of those here today. And looking forward to sharing that with you here as it relates to Outlook. So let's dive in. Here we have your Outlook in the web experience, right? And in addition to that, we have our folder structure over here. I've already gone ahead and clicked on an email. This is a thread. You can see it's got, probably 10 or 15 emails in it, okay? And so I'll go ahead and up top, you'll notice this Copilot symbol and the summary by Copilot. So if I just click in there, if I hadn't read all of these emails and didn't know any better, then I could tap in here and kind of quickly get a summary of what those specific details of this email is, which is actually pretty awesome. So here's the summary here. It's highlighted for you. You can copy that along, which is great, or you could go through and you could go ahead and say schedule with Copilot. Now you can see here, it goes through and it looks for availability that I have, of course, but it also looks for people that are already in the meeting, right? Now, you can also kind of see that you could add descriptions or attach documents. Now, normally Copilot will summarize kind of an experience here, so I'm going to give it another try. We'll say leave. And I'll say schedule with Copilot again, and I'll give it a moment. What I'm looking for here is in the text area where it says composing event title, agenda, and thread summary. There we go. So it took the email chain and it captured all of the details from it, bottom lined them, and then said, hey, we're going to go ahead and generate a Teams meeting. Now, this is all recommended content, right? And so we could add a few things, or we could change the timing. Let's say we didn't want this to be Monday, but we want it to be Tuesday at 4:30. That's great. We could insert this text right here into the email. And now the calendar event that will go out will include all of that detail, as well as refer and attach the last email that was here. We can make any other standard adjustments that we need to on the fly, and then close this out and send it off. Or if you want, you can save it for later. So that's a little bit on summarizing emails, as well as going ahead and scheduling with Copilot. So that's a fast way to keep a conversation moving and get a meeting moving along. So I'll go ahead and click new email now, and I'll pop this out in a larger window pane so we can see it nice and big. And so here you have a standard draft window for a new email, and it does say, hey, here's a type to draft with Copilot. So I'll click on draft with Copilot. Okay, what am I looking to do today? Well, I want to send an email out to a customer about a increase in their project rate. So I'm going to tell Copilot that, need an email to a client about notice for increasing project rates over the next 3 months. We will increase them in steps of $25 increments each month. Current rate is $150 per hour. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and hit generate. And I just give it, the more information you give it, the better of a job it can do to specify what you want to go ahead and communicate. Now you can see here, okay, hope this email finds you well. We're ready to inform you of a change in our project rates over the next 3 months. During the costs, there will be, okay, great. I'm going to tell it, hey, add more specifics about dates when this will happen. Also provide pricing in a bulleted list. All right, let's see what it does with that. Now that's giving it a little bit more specific direction. I kind of feel like the pricing would be easier to read if it were summarized as a bulleted list. Okay, great. Okay, May, June, and July. Change the start date to include the year and start in, we'll just say December 2024. Okay, that's going to go through and it's going to update it one more time. And this is just giving you a sense of kind of what draft it can do. Now, you'll notice that when we went and did that, we lost our list view, which is not great. So I'll say, please move pricing into a bulleted list. That does happen sometimes where some of the edits that you go through, you'll lose them on the fly. So no big deal. So we'll send that through. Okay, that looks great. And then if you look here, there's an edit prompt and you could say, make it longer, make it shorter. So I'll say, make it longer. This will kind of thicken it up a little bit. And that's great. It'll just take another second. Okay, wonderful. So we can scroll down a little bit more. We can see all of that. Okay, and we're gonna say keep it. So now after we do that, we can see we have this inside of our email and we can just address it and send it out. Now, one of the other features on Copilot is this feature to do coaching by Copilot. So if we click that button, it will take something that's already written and analyze it for tone, sentiment, clarity, specifics, right? And it will kind of understand it, analyze it, and then it will play back a list of suggestions for you to review and see if you want to include in your revision or not. And these are strictly optional. They're not required, right? Say hi to Lucy down there. Say hi, Lucy. Say hi, girl. Okay, awesome, great. That was just a little bit of a delay while we were waiting for this to generate. So it says soften the impact, right? The email is polite and professional, but it also delivers a negative message. Interesting. Okay, instead of saying this, say that or this. Okay, great. Let's check the sentiment. We want to build rapport and trust, right? So that's great. I like kind of where that's going. And then lastly, clarity. Instead of saying this, you could say this specifically or this specifically. Okay, I like all these suggestions. I'll go ahead and apply them. And now it's going to take those kinds of thoughts and it's going to give us the ability to insert it and replace what's there. There it is. So that's great. Now I'm going to highlight it and, we can already see here that, hey, this is the whole detail, right? And I've highlighted it. I didn't actually intend to do that. So I'm going to hit Copilot again, and I'm going to say change pricing to bulleted list. And we'll see what it does with that now. So that's what we were expecting. Definitely a lot better. And then we can keep this. And now you've seen what it looks like to do a draft as well as coaching while you're writing a letter. So we also did that summary, of course. I'm not going to send this because it's just, a draft email. But if you click over here, you can click on Copilot. And from here, you're going to be able to actually do a few other things, right? So you can say, hey, help me understand the main points of a specific document. And so I've already selected a document. So if I click in there, it will go through. It will read the entire document and summarize all the specific notes. Now you could use that and generate a Word document out of it if you wanted. Additionally, other things you can do is you can go ahead and you could come down here and say, hey, have there been any app mentions? Or hey, show me things that are new in my inbox. So let's take a look at what's in the inbox. And then I'll say, hey, show me the last 5 emails. And it will give me a summary of those emails right here in line. And it's saying, hey, there's an AI trends email. Here's a summary of it. There's Patch Tuesday. That's great. Project rate. This is about 10 minutes ago. And then cyber defense. Awesome. So that's just a couple of things. You can go in here and you can look at the prompts and find out other things. You can see they're also categorized by create, or in addition to create, you could say ask, right? What's going on? When's my next meeting with, let's just say, Christian Davis, and we'll send that along. Looking for the next meeting. Okay, looks like we have a Trustmark check-in. That's great. Wonderful. And so those are just a couple of the many features, right, that you have. And you can see how they best can add value to your day or help you save time. So I hope you've enjoyed this overview, really, of just some features that we have here inside of Outlook with Copilot. And I hope you'll tune in for our next video where you can check out more. And so thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.